y'all. I haven't been on for a while. I'm working on getting the internet out here, and right now I'm just on the internet I have on my phone, and I'm data capped. So, yeah, that means not very many videos, but I have ordered them to come hook up real internet here at my house, and hopefully whenever that's done, they're saying now the 21st, then I'll be able to upload more videos. So this is the garage area. It's an old garage, and they have taken the garage door out and just put that little door in. And I am working on setting this up as a potting station, growing station. That window's stuck open. I'll do something about that, because, yeah. Now, I'm not actually starting plants in here or anything. I'm just setting it up where I can, like, get to my pots and my soil and stuff quicker. So, I've got a couple little tables set up. And, of course, there's my storage bench. One of the empty green stalks. Another empty green stalk. I went to, Atwood's, and got some potting soil and some mulch, some cedar mulch, and I'm working on getting it set up. I bought a couple of these. Actually, I bought 3. I've got 2 here for the garden area, and then 1 out by the front porch. I'll show you in a minute. But they're raised beds. I've got to get put together. I've got to clean up this mess down here too, but yeah, I'm working on it. So this is what I have done out here. This is a little fenced area. And considering the deer come up almost to my front door, I thought this would be the best place to grow those plants that the deer will not leave alone. I've got 2 of my stock tanks in here that I use for planters. I am working on filling them about halfway full of firewood, just regular, the firewood I've got from over there from my pile. That one's about done. I've got to put some more in here. And then I've got, I'm going to trim up those privet bushes over there and probably put some of those here. There are some over there, I'm not sure you can see them or not, but there are a lot of downed branches and stuff over there by the road that I'll be cutting up to put in here. And when I get done with putting branches and wood in here, the rest of it, which will only be about the top 8 inches or so, will be soil. And I'll just let this all break down. It will compost in place and feed my plants. I've got the cardboard all down. Some of I didn't take the tape off. I'm going to have to do that. And you know, the tape is kind of hard to get off, but if I leave it sit under the rain for a while, it just comes right back up. I've got to take out the rest of that tree stump and then cut off all this goldenrod around the edges. I was going to put some more cardboard around the edges to help keep the weeds and stuff down. But once I get the cardboard all down and tape pulled off, I'm putting down this cedar mulch to help out. Just something for me to walk down and keep weeds and stuff like that from coming up. So, and I will put things like my beans and corn, peas, my cabbages, things like that the deer will absolutely not leave alone. Now, I had planned on taking the greenhouse and putting it inside of here, but I think I'm going to leave it right where it is. Because over here, I have plans to get some fencing and just make an extended garden area over there that I'll have to put a gate and stuff on. And the greenhouse will be easier to get into for that part. So, anyway, there's part of the garden I've got going. Hopefully, I'll have this finished up by the time it's time to put seeds in the ground and get plants and stuff. So let me close this door here and we'll go out. We're going to go out here and look at a few things. I've got to walk this because I don't trust people. Not that I've had trouble with anybody at all since I moved here. But you know, it's a better safe than sorry situation. So let me sit you down just a second so I can put this. I've got a padlock here. I've got to put it on there. So I'm going to just set you down here and let you guys look at some of the garden area while I put this on. Here's the two-handed thing. There we go. Now, I've got a couple of pots out here. I've got to clean up. This is the glass from there. We had a terrible windstorm, and before I had this, my son has kind of locked that shut, but before then it whipped it open and banged it and lost the glass out of it. So I'm going to have to pick up that glass and toss it. But I've got a pot there and one over there that I plan on probably moving to the front. I have discovered it is just way too shady back here. And I'm not going to do a lot of gardening back here. I will eventually move those brick beds to the front or something into a new garden area, because I just, between the cold and the shade, my shallots are not doing well. And they're not doing well over there either. So, whereas I had planned on doing something with this back area here, at this point I'm just going to, I'm in the process of moving things and putting them in places where they're they get better sunlight and it's not quite so cold. With freezing temps with the winter and the shade, it just makes it too hard to grow anything. And I'm, you know, work smarter, not harder. I'm not going to put in all the effort back here to do something that's just not going to do well. So, yeah, I've got a lot of work, you guys, and I'm getting to it little bits by little bits. Let's take you back in the house here. Honestly, the pile is coming down. I'm working on it and taking tape and stuff off and flattening them. Eventually, these will all be stored out in the garage or used in the garden area. So. But yeah, I've actually got a flat or empty space here now, which is nice, and the chair is empty. So, you know, it's just a matter of having the energy, y'all, to do things. And I can do a little bit at a time, and that's it. My mandevilla I brought indoors. A lot of it died off, and I had to trim it up. But it's, see, there's new leaves, new vines coming out. So I think it's going to survive for me to put it out again when weather is warmer. And then, of course, my Norfolk pine that I had decorated as a Christmas tree earlier. Really cool. And over here, this is my seed starting station that I don't remember if I've put it up on YouTube or not. I know I did some TikTok videos, but I've got heat mats and grow lights, and they're set up where the top is really close, and these are a little further away, and then the bottom is even further away. But so far I have cabbage and onion started over here. There's 3 different types of cabbage. I've got Katarina, which is a green, and then Tate Noir, which is a purple, and then some early round flat Dutch cabbage, which is also a green or white. And then I've got some cipollini onions, which are a white onion, and then some red Creole onions, which are, you know, a red onion. And here, this is one I just started yesterday. This is herbs, parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme. Yeah, just like that song. And I'm starting them indoors, so I've got little plants to put out. I've got a couple of empties over here. This one will be for some hen and chick seeds that I found. So I'm going to start those here. And then this one here is going to be for some zebron shallot seeds that I found. And I don't know, I have something else on order. I can't remember what it is right now. But yeah, I'm getting seeds and stuff started. Let's go outside in the front so I can show you what's going on out here. I've been working on the front flower beds. I bought this one and at Tractor Supply, and to be honest, it's not great. It's put together with these little tabs and slots, and the premise sounds great, but in reality, they don't stay in the slots for you to lock them in. It's actually a two-person job to put them together. So I stopped at buying just the one, and then I bought 3 of these others. Here's another one that I've got for the front raised bed, and they're put together with bolts and screws, which I think that's just going to be easier. So I've been putting soil in this one. It's got 3 40-pound bags of soil in it from Atwoods, and I'll have to put probably another 3 or 4 in there to get it up to where I need it. And I plan on putting flowers and herbs in it. I'm going to plant out my sage and thyme in it, and I may put my chives over there in it. But my radishes did not survive the cold. It got way too cold. We got down to maybe 12, 13. Now I know the forecast was telling me it only got down to 17, but I got a thermometer, y'all, and it said that they were lying. So the mums, I think they're gone for the year. This one was actually kind of green down there, but they've completely died back. I will trim it off and see if they come back. If not, I'll just put the whole thing on the compost pile. This wagon has been an absolute lifesaver. It's easier to go out and get the firewood and bring it up closer to the house. And I can also haul things easier over to the little garden area, since the doorway's all the way around the back of the house. I've got to haul the firewood all the way around in order to get it into my tanks and stuff. So I did get my rain barrel set up on top of bricks. Now right now I've got it opened. It rains a lot here, so I've got it open so it'll just go ahead and drain out and not freeze, because y'all, it's been getting really super cold and I don't want to bust my barrel. So once it stops freezing that bad, I will go ahead and turn it off. You know, shut the spigot down to where it will go ahead and fill full of water, which it does, because right up there, even though I don't have rain gutters, it's actually a natural low place in the roof, and it just comes off perfectly to go into my rain barrel. I've got some, looks like I've got some wisteria growing. I'm going to have to get rid of it. Definitely don't want it that close to my house. I mean, it'll ruin the foundation and stuff. Not that the foundation is that great right now, because it's in my house, my floor feels like somebody's been waving at it. I've got my compost bin over there. I've been putting scraps and ashes in it. I have a paper shredder, and I'm going to have to get it out and shred a bunch of paper and stuff, and I'll put it out there on that too. More firewood. I haven't really done a lot over here. I do plan on coming out and trimming these privets down to pretty much nothing at all. They grow so darn fast, so it won't matter if I trim them down to hardly anything, because they'll just send out new shoots. I did have to take down part of the feeders because we've had so much rain, and it gets rain and then it gets cold. Anyhow, my feeders were molding, and I definitely didn't want that for the birds to try to eat. So I took down the smaller ones, left those 2 up because they don't get wet inside like the other feeders were. So anyway, I have been busy, as you can see, just trying to get things set up so I can go ahead and start planting when the weather warms up enough for me to do so. And oh goodness, walking around, I am already so tired. So let me get up here on my porch and sit down for a minute in my chair. It's actually really nice today. It's in the 50s. So looks like it is about 55 right now. So it's pretty nice out here. So yarrow is still growing, which is amazing to me. There's still new growth coming out down there. Eventually, I'm hoping to be able to plant that out in one of the raised beds or something. But, you know, the deer will eat it. Deer like yarrow. So, anyway, that's my update on what's going on my homestead. If you'd like to follow along on my journey here at the homestead, please subscribe. Like, share, comment on my videos. Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. And I will talk to y'all later.